Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be discussing the highly anticipated DC movie, Black Adam. Under the direction of Jaume Calais-Serra and featuring an exceptional performance by Dwayne Johnson, the awe-inspiring and magnificent Black Adam stands out as one of the finest DC superhero films to date. This captivating story portrays a dark and enigmatic deity who resurfaces in a long-suffering Middle Eastern nation, defying the predictable tropes that often dilute even the better entries in this genre. In its initial stages, the film introduces the titular character, a valiant champion who once challenged a tyrannical ruler in a bygone era, as an ominous and inscrutable force driven by an insatiable hunger for devastation. Known by the ancient name Teth-Adam, his return from a desert tomb is both a miraculous event and a curse for the people who yearn for a defender against the oppressive grip of corporate mercenaries that have exploited their land for decades. As the story progresses, Black Adam fully embraces the inevitable journey of Adam's transformation into a hero, reminiscent of the condensed character evolution seen in the first two Terminator films. The film cleverly incorporates humorous moments where characters attempt to teach Adam the art of sarcasm and the principles of the Geneva Conventions. Additionally, Black Adam skillfully intertwines elements of old Hollywood dramas, infusing the narrative with a touch of macho sentimentality often found in stories about solitary individuals seeking purpose or redemption. Nevertheless, the film maintains the sharp and captivating edge established in its earlier segments, never losing its intensity. At first, Adam exudes a presence that rivals the awe-inspiring power of Godzilla and other creatures seen in Japanese kaiju films, both in a literal and metaphorical sense. Those who encounter Adam find it difficult to discern whether he possesses virtuous intentions, malicious inclinations, or if he remains entirely indifferent to human affairs. However, one thing remains certain: everyone desperately seeks Adam's assistance in preventing the placement of a diabolically crafted crown, infused with the energy of 6 demons, upon the head of an individual affiliated with Energong, a global corporate/mercenary organization. Represented by a deceitful charmer named Marwan Kenzari, this consortium's interests are as deceptive as they are influential. Several decades ago, Humphrey Bogart captivated audiences with his portrayals of cynical individuals who initially claimed disinterest in any cause, only to have a change of heart and actively combat corruption or tyranny. This timeless narrative still resonates with viewers, and Dwayne Johnson has skillfully modernized it throughout his career. His latest rendition can be witnessed in Jungle Cruise, where he assumes the role of a character reminiscent of Bogart's iconic riverboat captain from The African Queen. Johnson effortlessly channels the essence of classic actors like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, combining their vintage primordial acting style with the raw, poetic intensity exhibited by Anthony Quinn's portrayal of a strongman in La Strada. Infusing the entirety with his own unique charisma, Johnson demonstrates in Black Adam that he has meticulously studied the classics, selectively adopting elements that resonate with his craft. The film even embraces poignant moments of remorse and self-reproach, evoking the spirit of 1950s moral awakening films such as On the Waterfront. The former are typically activated by 3 non-military individuals who evoke Adam's assumed inherent, albeit suppressed, goodness. One of them is Adriana Thomas, portrayed by Sarah Shahi, a university professor, member of the Resistance, and widow of a Resistance hero who lost his life at the hands of the occupying forces. Another is Adriana's spirited and resilient son Aman, played by Bodhi Sabangi, who swiftly navigates the war-torn city on a skateboard that proves to be as versatile as a Swiss Army knife. Lastly, there is Adriana's brother Amir, comedian Muhammad Amr, who injects vitality into a conventional yet relatable character. Surprisingly, the screenplay penned by Adam Steichiel, Rory Haynes, and Saurabh Nashirvani avoids succumbing to the urge of indulging in unearned sentiment. Furthermore, the film refrains from insisting, despite the available evidence, that Adam and the assembled superheroes, such as Aldous Hodge's Hawkman, Noah Centinio's Atom Smasher, Quintessa Swindell's wind-manipulating Cyclone, and Pierce Brosnan's dimension-hopping and clairvoyant Dr. Fate, are flawless individuals with pure intentions and unwavering benevolence. Engaging in discussions about motivations and strategies, no one can claim absolute righteousness or faultlessness. The movie's distinctiveness lies in its resolute commitment to dwell in morally ambiguous realms for as long as possible. The violence in the movie is portrayed as a direct outcome of the characters' personalities, ambitions, and responsibilities, rather than being linked to any specific code or philosophy. This presentation, combined with graphic scenes of blood, impalement, gunshots, and crushing, pushes the limits of the movie's PG-13 rating, reminiscent of how Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and Gremlins pushed the boundaries of the PG rating nearly 4 decades ago. During the screening of Black Adam attended by this writer, there were several instances of people leaving the theater prematurely, and in each case, it was due to someone bringing a child under the age of 10. To be fair, the audience might not have anticipated the movie's opening, which featured a flashback culminating in a brutal act of violence against a slave at a construction site, followed by the character of a young boy facing the threat of beheading. Furthermore, the title character astoundingly decimates an entire army using only his bare hands and electrifying bolts moments after his initial introduction. Virtually every subsequent scene, including dialogues that provide essential information, takes place amidst a tumultuous city whose inhabitants have become resilient due to both the occupation and the catastrophic events that unfold when superhumans clash. These recurring scenes and dialogues delve into the significance of a small nation being invaded and occupied by outsiders who impose their own rules with little regard for the daily lives of the people on the ground. Film enthusiasts with a deep knowledge of cinema history might recognize the studio behind this project, New Line. A subdivision of Warner Brothers, this studio gained prominence through its horror films, expanded its repertoire by releasing genre pieces and gritty dramas driven by auteurs, such as Menace to Society and Deep Cover, and entered the blockbuster realm with the iconic Lord of the Rings trilogy. The influence of this lineage can be observed in various scenes and sequences throughout the film, which, despite having a PG-13 rating, embodies the spirit of an R-rated experience. Black Adam immediately establishes its cinematic identity by incorporating quotes from the Rolling Stones' Paint It Black, the melody of which is echoed in Lorne Balfe's score, as well as musical and visual elements from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, seminal works by artists whose masterpieces compel audiences to rally behind protagonists who navigate their worlds with relentless determination. The director of the film showcased his expertise in chaotic scenes through his work in horror movies, followed by R-rated thrillers featuring Liam Neeson's ruthless disposal of his enemies. Kalei Sara employs clever techniques to make a PG-13 film carry the impact of an R-rated one. He achieves this by strategically cutting away or quickly shifting focus from the most gruesome violence, while still allowing us to hear the unsettling sounds or encouraging our imagination, especially when characters observe the events from a distance. Furthermore, he skillfully portrays characters with complex motivations, emphasizing through their actions and dialogues that even individuals with extraordinary abilities act for multiple, often conflicting reasons. This is exemplified in a scene where a boy's bedroom, adorned with superhero posters and comics, becomes the battleground for a clash between a good guy and Adam, resulting in the destruction and desecration of DC's most recognizable icons. The visual destruction echoes the scenes of historic monuments in the city being toppled or pulverized, establishing a thematic connection. Black Adam maintains a strong narrative foundation, ensuring its coherence even amidst a flurry of simultaneous elements. The film skillfully incorporates foreshadowings, intricate setups, satisfying payoffs, unexpected twists, and delightful surprises, all while presenting a rich ensemble of well-developed main and supporting characters. Particularly notable is Brosnan's remarkable performance, offering a poignant portrayal of an immortal burdened by the weight of foreseeing the future and reflecting on his past. As Dr. Fate, he exudes a combination of wistfulness, wisdom, and longing, observing those who can fully embrace the present with a complex mix of emotions. Johnson, the embodiment of the people's colossal figure, possesses genuine acting prowess. However, in recent times, he appears to have been restrained, possibly due to the influence of his highly lucrative persona. When portraying a god, he embraces minimalism, drawing inspiration from prominent screen icons such as Clint Eastwood. Yet, he also incorporates elements from action heroes like Neeson, Toshiro Mifune, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, and Charles Bronson, who comprehended that the camera can capture and intensify subtle ripples of emotion when one's performance aligns with the essence of the film rather than contradicting it. The apex of his artistry manifests fleetingly, a mere fraction of a second, as Johnson, with a change in gaze and a softening of features, conveys a profound transformation within Adam. This nuanced display is not the type of acting that garners accolades, for when executed skillfully, as evident here, it transcends the screen and resonates within the viewer's mind. The movie's dedication and coherence extend to both its politics and spirituality. Despite occasionally flirting with Orientalism or utilizing simplistic Western heaven and hell imagery, Black Adam remains steadfast in portraying Adam's significance in our reality. He symbolizes autonomy, liberation, the potential for redemption and renewal, and a resolute rejection of being confined by traditional norms and practices. The outcome at times resembles DC's response to the cultural phenomenon of Black Panther, offering a Middle Eastern-influenced adaptation of the Afrofuturist essence seen in the Marvel film. It effectively utilizes its setting as a representation of any colonized place. However, Black Adam presents a more explicitly defined and uncompromising political stance. At its core, the movie staunchly opposes imperialism, going as far as likening the team, similar to the Avengers, tasked with capturing and imprisoning Black Adam, to a United Nations intervention force unwanted by the region's inhabitants due to its exacerbating effects. Surprisingly, the film also takes an anti-royalist position, despite its dependence on kings and lineage within its backstory. Black Adam exemplifies the pinnacle of its genre, skillfully adhering to established conventions while playfully exploring imaginative tangents. This audacious and grandiose film by Calais Sarah not only acknowledges its audience but also seeks their admiration. It goes above and beyond, delivering precisely what viewers desired while surprising them with unexpected elements.